All right, look, we are in the girls' stall. Forgive it being messy. It needs to be cleaned, but it's just been so hot. And the girls are being extra slow about eating this morning, so I thought I'd take advantage, stand in the breeze section of the stall where the fan is giving me the best breeze, because, I am hot and sweaty and dripping, and all I did was feed and water the animals. So as you can see, they're taking advantage of their fresh water. They're still working on their feed. And you'll notice we're missing one, and that is Denali. And Denali has gotten quite content with the fact that she is not allowed in. Now, of course, if I left the door open, she would barge in, push everybody out of the way, and eat all their food. But she understands the routine now. She's not hungry. Okay, let's just be clear. The goat is enormous, and she has miles of pasture that she can use. So she is not hungry. She's hanging with Bobby Socks, which is cute. She just knows that she's not allowed in while the older girls, younger girls, and the girls that need to regain some body condition after nursing babies have the chance to eat. And I just kind of, as I work the day or the morning routine, right? I deliver water buckets, and as I deliver, I check the bowls. They get 4 bowls put out for the 8 girls, so really 2 heads per bowl is kind of the plan. They don't tend to agree with it. I could put out 20 bowls, and they would still stick 6 heads in 1 bowl. That's just the way goats work. So they've got 1 bowl left. I'm going to take these out of the stall and let them finish that 1 bowl, and then I've got to get back to the house to get to work and somehow cool down and not be all hot and sweaty. But I also have to collect the boys' bowls. They get some extra time, or they did get some extra time today, simply because today is the first day that they got fed without our little buddy. Our little Weather went home yesterday. I'm super excited about that. His family absolutely adores him. His new name is Ozzy, and it's just the cutest thing ever. So Voodoo is doing just fine. He is turning out to be a heavy fainter, which was unexpected. Let's hope. I mean, he may grow out of it. Otherwise, he'll be a whole lot of fun to put in the show ring in October. But he's doing fine. He's got his 2 big brothers, or technically dad, and we'll call Thorn and Uncle. There's no real relation there. But yeah, everybody's doing well. I am now at a stable count, right? So 3 bucks and 9 does. And that is the count that sort of is kind of perfect for us. Now, I say for us, but really it's for me because I do all the maintenance on them. So, besides the grooming, the stall cleaning, we absolutely, Farm Hubby and I, split duties in terms of feeding and watering. It all depends on who's available at that moment in time. So today it's my turn. Yesterday morning I was in the office at 6, so he was on duty. So we split what we need to do to make sure everybody gets taken care of. But, we've got our 2 old gals, Emma here in the corner, and Fanta, who's still eating. Now, yes, Fanta is very thin, but at the same time, her weight has been stable for the last 2 years. So although she looks very thin, she's not losing weight, and she certainly has maintained herself quite well for the last 2 years. So, we're going to let things continue to ride out with her. She is certainly on a watch list, both for progression of what we think is possibly cancer, and also just old age. Emma is also on a watch list for old age, but her body condition, as you can tell, this great overhead shot, is really quite lovely. And she's, I don't know, she's showing signs of her age, but she's not showing signs of arthritis. She's more so showing, I'll call them intellectual or I guess mental deterioration. Sometimes I find her a little bit lost. Sometimes she's a little disoriented. But for the most part, they both are having way more good days than bad days. They're about done with that bowl, so I'm going to go in and get that and release Denali, or release these girls so that they can join Denali. But yeah, you know, overall, the two old gals are doing great. And of course, our little new gal, Ladybug, here's her little tushy. She's hiding. She's doing fabulous. She's completely weaned. Thankfully, we're done with bottles. And she is, there's Tonka waiting for his girls. You know, she's doing fantastic. She's still a little snuggle bug. My baby JC, who's always a snuggle bug. Yeah, I know. I know. You could stand there forever. So you see, kind of, I don't know if you can tell. I can tell. So Emma's aware of where she is, but she's sort of not sure what to do anymore, right? And that's, you know, these two girls were my very first two goats. They indoctrinated the herd. They led the herd. They ruled the roost for so long that it's a little bit challenging to see her. She's figured out I'm here now. Yeah, you're my snuggle girl. You're licking the salt off my hands. I know. I know. I know. But again, body condition wise, they're great. Movement and flexibility. Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay, well, guess what I'm going to be doing for the next few minutes? Oh, Lotus, thank God you faint. How about turn around, girlfriend? Because you're a fainter and you can go back in. Hooligans. That was my bad. I got distracted talking to you, and I did not secure the gate, and this little booger, Bailey, opened the door and let them loose. So what do? Do I go chase them around? No, not at all, not in this heat. They want the fresh grass that is the same grass that is in their pasture. It's actually next door to their pasture. So why they think that's exciting, I don't know. But what I'm going to do, very simply, so we're going to close the door here so that they can't get out that way. I'll herd them into the barn and then close the door there. And then once they're in this center aisle of the barn, they'll go right back into their stall. They're already, ready to come back into their stall. So let me get this door closed so we don't have a front escape. But like, they kind of know where they belong. Yes, they escape. I might be able to do this without even having them. Look at that. Go on, girls. Oh, Tonka's going to help a little bit. There we go. Tonka, that's enough. Thank you. And done, and it's that easy. So the Great Escape, I don't like it because it adds work to my life. But it's also not that big a deal. You guys are naughty as all get out. I know, my bad. At the end of the day, it's always my fault. So anyway, like I was saying, the herd is doing great. They're geared up for the heat. We're geared up for the heat. And I'll be back down here in about 3 hours to refresh everybody's water buckets with fresh, cold water. So I hope you guys are inside and staying cool, or you just have cool weather. Until next time, there's work to be done. Bye for now.